What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk, brought to you by me, inspired by my man, Chili. Man, we're in the OG Truck Talk rig today, the 1984 FJ60 Land Cruiser. She's been down hard, but buddy, she's back, all right? So, happy you guys are here. I want to talk to you today about the difference between mindset or mental toughness and preparedness, okay? Whether that's physical preparedness, if you're getting ready for a big race or challenge or something like that, or preparedness just in terms of your skill sets and what have you trained to learn how to do. And the reason we're having this conversation is because there is this idea out there created mainly by social media land that if you just get your mind right, you're going to be able to make it through anything. If you can just get your mindset right, you're going to be able to win, right? And endure whatever it may be. I see this in my own life. Many times when I show up to running races, because maybe you guys don't know, I am an ultra runner. It's one thing the Lord made me good at, and it's one of my greatest hobbies is running long distances. When I show up to an ultra race, many times a lot of people there just assume that I'm going to put on a clinic, that I'm, might win, that I'm going to be real hard to beat. They just assume that, right? Because they've heard me speak and they know, I know how to use my mind. My mind has been trained and I know how to think right. That's all happened over the course of the last, 2 decades of my life. And very rarely does anyone ever ask me, how did you train for this? Or did you train for this? Or what was your training load in order to prepare yourself to come out here and do well? That all falls back to this idea that if somebody has a strong mind, they can just make it through anything and crush whatever the obstacle is in front of them. But I want to tell you the truth on today's Truck Talk. That is not true. I don't care what you've been through in the past, how well trained your mind is, how mentally tough you are. If you do not pair that with proper preparation and training, if you do not learn and practice and master the skill sets that you need, your mindset is not going to be enough to allow you to win. It's really hard to win. Really hard. I have actually never won on accident. I've had to be very intentional. The few times in life I have actually won against some solid competition. The reason people want to think that if they can just get their mind right, that it's going to make everything okay and they're going to be able to crush whatever the obstacle is because then they can forego, or at least in their mind, it allows them to forego the grind of training and preparation. If I can just get my mind right, I don't have to train as hard then as everyone else. You get your mind right during the training. That's when it all happens. And by the way, both aspects, both your mental toughness and your skills, your fitness, everything that falls under the umbrella of that tangible preparation. Both of those things are extremely perishable. And that is why you or me or nobody else can ever predict our results in the future based off of our past performance. Because physically and mentally, we must constantly go through evolutions of sharpening, because we will become dull. I just wanted to explain this to you guys on a realistic level and let you know that if you have a big goal, a big race, a big challenge, that it's not going to be enough for you to just get your mind right and for you to visualize yourself achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. You are going to have to work harder and prepare better than anyone else there in order to win. And that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you learned something today. Hope this made you think. If it did, drop me a comment. Or if you really want to support us at 307 Project, go get you a hat, get you a t-shirt. There's a link in the description. Keep my man Chili in the dungeon. Go get you one of these OG Truck Talk shirts, man. Y'all seen this? The OG Truck Talk shirt, man. Truck Talk wouldn't exist without you guys. Love you. Enough said.